Good morning, gamers. Welcome into the Gamers Roast podcast. I'm your host, Joshua J. Alongside me, Wesley Lance.
Good morning.
And today is Thursday, August 5th, and we're coming at you with a bunch of stuff today. A whole bunch of stuff we're going to get into. Super excited for that. Halo, the Playdate that we missed, sadly.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of different stuff. So stick around for that. But first,
Hold
we
it
got to
real
start.
quick. For everybody that's watching on YouTube, if you're looking at my shirt and it says it's got ASL on it. It says Into the Woods. I was a part of a show back in 2018 that actually did Into the Woods with signing cast members, deaf cast members, and so this was our cast shirt. So in case you're looking at it and you're wondering what that is, it says Into the Woods in ASL. So nobody's probably cares, but
Well, hey, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Just so that, people that can't read it know
so
what
if you
it
ever
says.
want to know how to say it, this is how.
Nice.
Cool.
Back on track.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. So we're going to start out with Coffee of the Week. And this Coffee of the Week
It smells really good.
It really does. I think it's
Let me
Kai
see.
2. Is that
Kitu,
Kitu?
Kitu, I think is how it's spelled. It's in a square, so it's kind of hard to tell. Kitu, let's just call it that.
Yeah. It's in a circle. But
That's, yeah, I know shapes.
it says it's a super cold brew. Dairy-free, 0 grams of sugar. So,
It's just coffee.
yeah.
It's
just
coffee in a
straight up
can,
coffee,
cold brew. So
And I'm excited for it.
it
This
smells
little can.
really good. You poured it a couple minutes ago. So let's give it a shot.
I actually like it.
Yeah, that's kind of got a weirdly like chocolatey taste to it.
It lives up to its name, bold and smooth.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's very smooth. I like it a lot. So,
Yeah, I mean, again, they're not playing around. There's no sugar. There's nothing in it. It's just cold brew coffee, but it's a good blend. I like it.
only 20 calories.
That'd be nice and refreshing.
Yeah, out of the coffees that we've tasted on this show, the 2 other ones, I would definitely say this is my favorite. It's probably 8 beans out of 10.
Oh yeah,
for me.
I'd probably give it. I think an 8 is at least a 7.
It's
I just want
definitely-
to leave some room at the top in case we get something that's like
Right.
really really good.
It's a solid morning cold coffee if you're in a hot area.
Yeah.
Now, if it's like 40 degrees, 50 degrees, I mean, you can't beat hot coffee. But where we're at, it's like still in the 80s.
It was
sometimes
it was a
90s.
little expensive. It was like $3 for this can, which is what 11 ounces. So it's a little expensive, but it's not dreadful. I mean,
Right.
you get more coffee. You pay that for a latte at Starbucks.
No,
and
right,
You get
for
less
sure.
coffee than that. So
Well, all right. So that was the coffee of the week.
I'm gonna still drink it the whole way through. So hopefully I
We
don't
both
get too
agree
hyper.
that it's 8 out of 10, 8.5 roughly. And yeah, so let's get on to the roast of the week, which is all
Yeah,
you.
so the last couple ones have been fairly topical, fairly like recent things. But this week this one is going to go a little bit back. This week I was playing Hat in Time, which is probably one of my favorite modern platformers. And I got into one of the time rifts. So the game is split up into different worlds, and then within those worlds there are what are called time rifts, and these are like little obstacle courses that you can get through. And I was playing one of them, and I was going through it, and I realized that the obstacles in it are literally like ripped straight from Super Mario Sunshine. Like they had the blocks with the little peg sticking out of it. And then I realized also that the controls in Hat in Time are so much better than Mario Sunshine. The controls in Hat in Time are everything Mario Sunshine should have been, because I remember going through these things in Mario Sunshine, and it was weird having such a direct comparison, because I would like fall off or clip into them all the time, and I felt like I was never in full control. And this one, I never had a problem staying in control. Like I always felt the controls were really tight. I think Mario Sunshine, like on an art basis, looks better, which is impressive considering it came out in like, what was it, 2005? I don't even know when it came out. But like a roast on Baby Wes, who thought Mario Sunshine's controls were the pinnacle of 3D platforming and that it was never going to get better. I still love Mario Sunshine. Like it's still one of my top 10 games, maybe top 5.
Mainly because of nostalgic purposes.
Mainly because of nostalgia. I do think it's like, I do like the aesthetic. I think it
Right.
looks amazing. But Hat in Time came along and just was, like, at least control-wise, was everything Mario Sunshine should have been. So roast on Baby Wes for not realizing that controls could get so much better than they actually did. If you could combine the aesthetic of Mario Sunshine and the controls of Hat in Time and the variety in worlds, because Hat in Time has a really nice variety in the worlds you go to.
Right.
Mario Sunshine is like 3 different beaches and like a harbor. That would be my dream game.
Well, so what is? I've never heard of Hat in Time.
You've never even heard of it?
I mean, I might have heard of it, but it's never been something that captured my attention.
Really?
So like what exactly is that game?
Really it's a 3D platformer. I like it better than even Super Mario Odyssey. And everybody was saying that Super Mario Odyssey is the best Mario game ever made. I liked it, but Hat in Time offers so you play as your main character is Hat Kid. She's like an alien that's trying to get back home. And she gets near this planet and all of the timepieces on her ship get sucked out and spread across the world. So you have to go to different locations around the world. And they're like little sandboxes that you can explore pretty freely. And like you do select missions sort of, but you can find them completely out of order. Like I got to the Alpine skyline the other day and that is completely open. It's like different islands and you can ride zip lines to the different islands to get the different timepieces and just explore and do whatever you want. And it is the style of gameplay that Mario Sunshine did really well, but even more open and like I said, with even tighter controls. So you never really feel like you're able to traverse really long distances. Hat Kid's got a dive that she can do in the middle of the air, which Mario kind of sort of had in Mario Sunshine, but it wasn't nearly this useful. He has it in Odyssey. He does have it in Odyssey. So it kind of combines Odyssey's controls with Sunshine's openness. And I really enjoy it. I don't have it for my Switch. I still have it on my family Switch. So I probably, if I ever get around to getting to my backlog or if it ever goes on sale, I'll probably pick it up.
So how is it similar and what ways is it similar to Mario Sunshine? Because you compared the two. Are they both the same platformer?
Yeah, so they're both 3D platformers. They're both they both are segmented into these sandbox worlds that you can explore. That's like a fairly open, you can just go wherever you want.
Oh.
Hat in Time is much bigger than Sunshine because it came later. It's on better hardware. Like I said, the time rift levels in Hat in Time remind me a lot of the levels, the mini obstacle courses in Sunshine. So they've got these specific platforming obstacle courses. So if the regular levels are just exploration based, then these are you're going from point A to point B and there's a bunch of obstacles in the way. It's like a jungle gym. So Hat in Time really scratched the itch that Mario Odyssey didn't quite for me. Mario Odyssey still feels weirdly linear to me. It still is exploration based, but you still have a point A and a point B and you're collecting a bunch of moons along that. It's not that I didn't like Odyssey. I'm not going to say Odyssey's a bad game. It just wasn't what I was expecting it to be, I think. And Hat in Time hits the notes that I wanted Odyssey to hit of it being really open. It's got a lot of great characters. And also there's so much work that's put into it. Not even every world, but every mission has a hand-drawn intro screen that's done by illustrators and they're all pertaining to there's just an incredible amount of effort that went into it. And it feels like a game that the people who made it loved what they did. And whenever you get to play a game that feels like you can feel that passion, it's just a lot of fun to play. So I would highly recommend Hat in Time to anybody. It's been out for a couple of years. Probably anybody that's listening to this that knows about it, that's into 3D platformers has probably played it. But if you haven't, it's $30. I'm planning on getting to it once I don't have a bunch of other games that are vying for my attention.
Yeah, backlogs can get filled up very quickly.
It feels like it's getting bigger.
Well, speaking of backlogs, what have you been playing this past week?
So this past week, I already mentioned Hat in Time. A couple weeks ago, I ended up getting Skyward Sword HD. I got it for my birthday. I haven't been able to play as much of it as I would like. I've played about probably 2 hours of it. I do not remember the motion controls in that game being as finicky. I had it for the Wii, and I remember never having a huge problem with the motion controls. So in case, probably all the Zelda fans around here know about it. Skyward Sword was the first one that actually gave you one-to-one control of Link's sword with the Wii remote. So if you swung the sword up, he would swing up. If you swung it to the side, he'd swing to the side. So it was direction-based combat.
Right.
It's the only Zelda game to do that. I never had a problem with it on the Wii. And then I've got it for Switch, and I cannot get it to work. I can't fly. I can't get the sword to swipe in the direction I want. I can't select anything on the map. I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's just my copy, but it's awful. Thankfully, the HD version does allow button-only controls, which is weird because you have to move the stick. If you wanted to swipe up, you have to move the stick down and flick it up. It's a weird system that I'm still figuring out. So I haven't had time to get used to it because the other game that I've been playing, I mentioned it, I think, in episode 1 that I write for Geeks Under Grace.
Right.
So shout out to Geeks Under Grace. It's a faith-based geek culture review site. It's board games, anime, music. I don't know if they do music, video games, comic books, manga, all of that stuff. So, and it's from a faith-based perspective. So I write for them, and the game I'm reviewing for the month of August is called Unbound: Worlds Apart.
Okay.
It's I can't. I don't
That's
wanna
more of an indie title, right?
It is, yeah. So I don't want to say too much because I'm writing a review. So read the review whenever it comes out. I don't know when it'll be out. It is like a combination of Hollow Knight. So it's got Hollow Knight's exploration, like Metroidvania style, but weirdly enough, the like insta-death, trick death style of games like Limbo and Super Meat Boy.
Oh.
So like you'll be walking along and just something will fall and crush you, and you'll like respawn 5 feet. Like you don't have to backtrack that much, but it's very much based on that like try, die until you finally get it. Like yesterday, I was trying to get to a secret, and I probably spent 15 minutes doing the same. There was a bunch of spinny blocks with spikes on them, and you die in one hit.
Oh.
So I spent like 15 minutes doing that. But the main gimmick of the game, so those are the two like gameplay styles, but the main gimmick is you can open portals to other worlds that like affect the world around you. So like for instance, in one of them, like platforms might exist in this other world that don't in your world. So when you open the portal, you can jump on the platform that's not there. But it also affects enemies. So like some enemies will get bigger when they go through the portal. So like one of them, he was chasing me, but when I made the portal, he expanded and got stuck in the tunnel. So he couldn't chase me anymore.
See, games like that, like different styles than what I'm used to, that I'm used to playing, they always intrigue me, and the stories even intrigue me. But sometimes I just don't go to them because of the gameplay.
Yeah, it very much is a platformer, a Metroidvania platformer.
Well, have you heard of a game just came out recently? It's called Ascent. And
it sounds familiar.
A cyberpunk-based world, like in that era or whatever. And it's a top-down angle view shooter game.
That sounds like Hotline Miami a little bit.
Similar style, but it's like with all the neon lights and the dark gritty. They said people are saying that it actually makes a better cyberpunk world and universe than Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh.
So
shots fired.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to hop in, but the mechanics of it, I'm just not a huge fan of. So I don't know. I have to check. I think it's on Game Pass. If it's on Game Pass, I might hop in.
Oh yeah, you with your Series X.
Yes.
And your PS5.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to hop in and check that out and see what.
So you channeled Mario there for a second. I'm gonna have to hop in and check it out. Woohoo!
But I will. I want to hop in, check it out, see what it's like. Play. I heard the story's not great. I heard that it's a good game. It's not a great game.
Yeah.
From the reviews that I've been looking up. So they say it's a lot better with a second person. So I might try to grab someone else that.
Oh wait, I don't have it. Never mind.
If you have
Xbox, can you play local?
We'll have to check. If so, we'll have to do that.
Because I'd be up for coming over and giving it a shot.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be down. So I'm gonna try to give that a shot. But I've been playing a lot of Madden 2021, waiting for Madden 2022 to come out. I'm a big sports guy. And me and two of my buddies are in the same division, playing through the franchise mode. I won the very first Super Bowl. I was 15-1, and then went on to win the Super Bowl. My brother-in-law went in, won the second Super Bowl, and now we're on our third season and seeing who's going to go in. Yeah, I've played both of them tonight, so that'll be an interesting.
Did you ever finish your playthrough of A Way Out?
I did. Oh my gosh, because that was the other game I was going to talk about.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get ahead of it, but I'm just really curious.
A Way Out is by, I think it's Take-Two Interactive.
Oh, I think so.
I'd have to look again. They're the same people that made It Takes Two. So maybe that's where I'm getting
Take-Two.
the
I'm going to look it up real quick. Keep talking.
So it's from the creators of It Takes Two, which is a great game. I'm not in the middle of it. Me and my wife just started playing through that. So I definitely encourage you guys to hop on that as well. It's really nice. Really good game.
Hazelight.
Hazelight
Studios.
Cool. Glad you looked that up because I was totally wrong.
What is but you're right. Take-Two Interactive is a developer.
So you said, wait, what'd you say with the
Hazelight.
Hazelight. We have coffee. I'm thinking hazelnut. So Hazelight. So But A Way Out.
Take-Two made Outer Worlds. That's why you're thinking of them.
Oh, Outer Worlds.
And GTA 4.
Outer Worlds is an amazing game. We'll talk about that a different time.
Sorry.
There's so many good games. But A Way Out, I've played through that 3 times. I played through it first with a buddy of mine, Chase. You and me played through it. And
yes.
I have gotten teary-eyed on all 3 playthroughs, even the one I played through with Tyler. And if he's watching this, he did not. He is not one to really get drawn into the story like I am. The voice acting is horrible. I'll put that out there now.
It's not I've heard so much worse, dude.
Yeah,
it's not great.
As far as a story-driven game, like that's all this game is about is story. It's like playing a movie. So you want it to be a little bit better.
Yeah, it's not like Last of Us levels, but like, have you ever played Elder Scrolls Oblivion?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's not.
You're right. But that's more just about free roam and fighting and looting.
Yeah, that's true. It's not story-driven.
But this game is just so fun. And so I've played through it 3 times now. And going through and the twists, the turns, every single time, my friends never, you didn't know the ending.
Yeah.
Tyler didn't know the ending. Like, I remember we're playing, we get to the end. I'm not going to spoil it, even though it's a few years old and you guys probably don't care about it. But I just remember my wife's watching us play because she's seen me play through it already. And she's like, ooh, I want to hear his reaction. So I tilt, the headset and everything. We get to the end. He just goes, what? No, no. And he got a little upset. He was like, that's stupid. But in a way that like shocked him. Not that it's legit stupid. It's just one of those really cool moments that, again, I teared up all 3 times I played it all the way through. I've experienced the alternate endings. And it's a fun game. And so I played through all that last week with him. And like I said, been playing Madden. Played a little bit of MLB The Show. Not good at it, but it's okay.
I don't play sports games, so these are all just letters to me. I mean, I know what they are, but
right. Well, then I played 2K.
Yes.
So, and I get smoked in that. I'm not good. But so those were the main games I've played. Been playing a little bit Dodgeball City on Xbox.
Dodgeball City?
Or Knockout City.
I was going to say, you mean Knockout City?
Yeah, Knockout City. It's Dodgeball
City.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I need to get a team together, but it's hard because it's still hard to find a Series X or S, and even more so, coming up with the money for that. So not many of my friends, I only have one friend that actually has, or 2 that have a Series S. So
you got a couple friends that have PS5s though, don't you?
Right, but I don't think Knockout City. Well, maybe Knockout City is on it, but I don't. If it's on Game Pass, I'm playing Game Pass.
That makes sense.
If it's
Why
on
would
Game
you pay
Pass,
for
I don't.
a game?
Yeah, I don't look anywhere else. I was hoping Battlefield 2042.
No, they're not. They're not going to give up on that revenue. Are you kidding me?
Well, I know, but there was a chance that they might. But with everything going on with Activision Blizzard, I don't know if Call of Duty is going to do real good this year. So, maybe Battlefield will just be like, you know what? We're going to just take the money anyway. We're going to launch to the front of the pack, which I really think they can.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, the game.
I think people are a little tired of Call of Duty at this point.
Battlefield Portal, and I know we talked about it twice in both our other episodes, but it's a great game. So we'll leave it there. But so yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Cool.
Is there anything else you want to add to what you've been playing, or?
The Google game, the Google Doodle.
Oh,
we meant to talk about this last week and we completely forgot.
Oh my gosh.
Google, you guys probably know about it. They released a really good mini RPG for the Google Doodle in honor of the Olympics, and it's really fun.
It's not on there. It's over.
No, I never finished it.
You never got all your medals?
No.
Oh man.
Shoot, I meant to. Are the Olympics over? I haven't been following the Olympics, and I feel really bad.
They are. At least I'm pretty sure they are.
I didn't watch them at all.
I know the final day of swimming was
I feel like
Sunday.
That's the greatest celebration of world culture, and I'm just like, sports, ew. I also don't have any way to watch them. It's probably archived. Google still archives most of their stuff, so I'm probably going to see if I can go back and finish it. It was really fun.
Yeah, it took me about, honestly, I just goofed around in it for about
hours.
Well, not even. I spent an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
I know.
Before
I
all
literally haven't had time to go back to it.
It was fun.
I played it for 40 minutes on a Saturday, and then I had friends over, and I couldn't keep playing, and I wanted to.
But yeah, I clicked on it, and I was like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a cute little cat. You just walk around." And then it was play. I think it was tennis or ping pong was the first.
Ping pong is the first one.
Yeah, and I was like, that was actually pretty interesting. And then it was like, oh, you can go here, go over there. What team you want to join? I joined red team. Woo woo. And then I went on to win all of my medals, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
So it was a cute little game.
It's probably still archived. The leaderboards probably aren't up anymore, but...
Speaking of cute games, Halo is coming out.
That is not cute.
The grunts when you have on the happy birthday skull, and so when you shoot the grunts in the head, it pops confetti.
That's still not cute.
I think it's cute.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
whatever.
So Halo, it's called Halo Flight, which is their alpha test. It's a flight test. And they just ended that last weekend. I think they're going to come out with a few more rounds, not sure when. You have to be a Halo insider in order to get invited to it, and even then, you might not get invited. I wasn't invited. I am a Halo insider. Sucks. But there's hopefully going to be multiple tests. Hopefully I'll get in one of them. But from what I've seen of the gameplay, I've been watching gameplay on Twitch and things like that, and the reviews so far is very positive. They're thinking that Halo is really coming back from the Halo 5 horribleness that it was.
I forgot Halo 5 was a thing.
Yeah.
The last Halo I remember being released is Halo 4, and everybody was like, why did Bungie leave?
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is I've heard people reference this, like, and it was just the test, so it was just the alpha, but they said they felt like they were playing Halo 3 again.
Ooh.
And
that is the highest compliment a Halo player can pay.
yes, so if it's legit, if it lives up to that, then I am all in. It's free to play, which is insane.
That's weird.
The Halo multiplayer is going to be completely free to play. You won't even need Xbox Gold, which I believe you should be able to play on Xbox Cloud.
Okay, this might cinch the deal for me whenever I get around to upgrading to go to Xbox.
Well, so
right now the only thing the PS5 has for me is the DualSense controller.
Well,
that's it. And the like one or two exclusives, the Spider-Man games and the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Well, supposedly they're going to have another PlayStation show or whatever it's called.
Is it State of Play?
Yeah, State of Play. They're supposedly going to have one of those on August 12th.
Okay.
So that means they'll probably announce it. If they keep to how they've done all the other State of Plays, they announce them 2 days before. So August 10th, if they announce like, hey, State of Play happening, then, get ready for it. But if not, then we won't even hear anything else. But
anyway, sorry.
We'll see what they come up with. Hopefully it's something. But I did look at different games on the Series S and the Series X. And if you don't have a 4K TV, the Series S is an amazing little console.
That's probably what I would end up going for, is the S.
And for $300, like it plays Microsoft Flight Simulator, which some computers can't even handle.
That's true. I guess $300 is not that bad. I paid $300 for my Switch. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. It's only $300?
Yeah, it's $299.
That's not bad
unless
at all.
you get the bundle, which again comes with Game Pass and Ultimate and all that, and it's like $25 a month. And it ends up after 2 years, it's like $500.
Which is less than a Series X. Still.
Yes. So I'm telling you, the price of entry, that's the best thing that Xbox has done. And then now their main game, Halo, is like,
free.
You know what? We're going to do the same. We're going to follow suit, and we're going to make the entire multiplayer completely free to play.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's amazing. It's play anywhere, play now. Whoever wants to play can play.
Yeah.
Whether you have a console, whether you just have Google Chrome and you want to play on the cloud, you just need a controller and good Wi-Fi. You can do...
that's the advantage of Xbox being Microsoft, is Microsoft is the people's computer. Like Mac has always been for professionals and artists and that sort of thing. And for a while they were kind of hoity-toity. They've come down a little bit, but Microsoft has always been, if you need a PC, you buy a PC. If you need a computer, you buy a PC. If that's base level.
Right.
And so Xbox is kind of following Microsoft's mantra of just making computing and gaming available for just anybody and making it super easy. I kind of forgot that that's the same price as the Switch, which I bought really without thinking about it. So I don't know.
It's an easy way to get into next gen.
Yeah.
Really easy way. And again, a lot of fun. And I have a 4K TV. I wanted all the other stuff. I'm a really big gamer into that stuff. So I went the Series X. But looking back on it, if I had a Series S, I wouldn't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Like it runs amazing. My brother-in-law has one. So it's a good system.
Yeah.
But I believe that the campaign is, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe the campaign's going to cost money though.
That would make sense. That's kind of how Modern Warfare was. Like the Warzone portion
Right.
was free to play, but when you bought Modern Warfare, like the campaign and multiplayer
Right.
was paid.
So that being said, do you think that the campaign and the multiplayer are both coming out this fall, or you think they're going to push back? Because there have been rumors that COVID really affected their studio.
I wouldn't be surprised if they separated the two. I also wouldn't be surprised if they gave priority to the free-to-play multiplayer, because that's probably going to be what generates the hype for the campaign.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it got separated. That just kind of seems to be what's been going. The MO of most game studios lately is just like if you gotta push it off. I think I just heard news that Breath of the Wild 2 might be delayed, even though we just heard about it at E3. So like that just seems to be the way things are going.
Right.
Apparently Shigeru Miyamoto, and I have not verified this quote, so I have no idea. Shigeru Miyamoto once said that a rushed game will almost always be a bad game, but a delayed game could eventually be a great game.
Unless you're Cyberpunk.
Hey, it was okay except for the PS4.
That's true. I enjoyed my experience.
I've heard good things on all of the versions except for PS4. I never played
Stadia. I played on Stadia. So I had I never dropped below 30 frames per second, which I know is like
it's not great,
disgusting to a lot of people, but I got the highest quality of visuals. So I looked at the PlayStation 4 and then the Stadia version, and there was like details on people's faces that didn't even it looked like a PS3 game on PlayStation 4. And I mean, it was bad. It was really bad.
Yep.
But with Stadia, I mean, it had all the details. It was a beautiful game, and I got it for free on Stadia. I got a Google Stadia for free with purchasing Cyberpunk.
That's so weird.
I purchased the game and they gave me the system for free.
Yeah, that's like getting an Xbox that's like getting an Xbox Series S for buying Halo.
Yeah. So
that's so weird.
It was great. And so I played through it. It was the best way for me to play. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a PS5 in time. I didn't have a computer that could run it. So I went with Stadia. Stadia is not great, but it worked good enough for this. I have a gig internet up and down, so
Which you try to drop into every conversation you can where it's relevant.
It's
your Wi-Fi network is called 1 gigabyte download speed, smiley face.
Yeah, flexing on the neighbors, which they're all so old, I don't even think they know what it is. So.
Probably not.
But yeah, so I played it on there. It was great. All that to circle back to the Series S, I heard is a really good console. I've seen gameplay of Flight Simulator, like I said, on it, and it looks good. It looks really good. So I'm excited for Halo. I think it's going to look great whether you get it on the S or the X.
Yeah.
They're optimizing it for those systems, and I think they're going to knock it out of the park. I do think that the campaign will be delayed until 2022 spring.
That wouldn't surprise me.
But like you said, if their whole goal is to get all the hype from the multiplayer to
that would
go
not
to the campaign,
that to me that seems like a smart idea.
Right. And if people don't like the multiplayer, they can't complain about it. It's free. It's
exactly.
So
they can. I mean,
well, they will.
Let's be real. People complain about things all the time.
That's true. So they will. They shouldn't. They will.
They will. They shouldn't. They will.
But what do you think about them coming out with Battle Royale? You think they're going to release that anytime?
Or
they won't call it Battle Royale?
I've had so much of Battle Royale games lately. Like, I want to see a studio try to do something different. I mean, Halo Battle Royale, it's a natural move. Halo's one of the most popular, it's one of the most legendary FPS franchises, and Call of Duty has one. So naturally, Halo's got to follow suit. I'm trying to think of, does Battlefield have a Battle Royale?
Yes,
it kind of has always been
not Battlefield 2042, but their Battlefield, what was it, Battlefield 5 that just came out?
Yeah.
Was the last one? I think they have one,
So Battlefield has one, Call of Duty has one, and Halo has to do one. I would be amazed if they tried something completely different, but
because they mentioned that they don't have one yet. There might be one. There's rumors that there's one in the works, but if they do come out with one, I would be so offended if they don't have the flood being the ring.
Oh, being the ring.
but that never stops. So in Warzone, there's a circle, you have to wait a certain time, then there's a circle. They just have one. They show you where, like it could move in different sections. Like, I mean, it could be going one way, then the flood shifts and starts moving another way. So the circle, you don't ever know where the last circle will be. But I mean, that'd be really
That
cool.
would be an interesting take on it. Especially if it didn't come in like a circle, but like some of the sides came in faster than the others.
Right.
So it almost was like eating away at the map. That could be interesting.
And it kind of pushed you to wherever it wanted you to go. I think that'd be really cool, as well as the fact that, like, say you could go into the flood with a warthog and you could just be sitting there mowing them down while they're,
to kind of hold back one line.
Right. So like you could actually keep the circle from moving forward.
That would be interesting.
You know what I mean? Like,
that would be a different element of strategy.
Yeah.
Which I think would be really cool.
Until you ran out of bullets.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Is that seems to be at least an innovation on the Battle Royale like game mode.
Right.
Which is what I would want to see, because right now we have Apex, we have Fortnite, we have Warzone, we have Battlefield, we have so many. We have so many freaking Battle Royale games that I'm a little over them.
Well, imagine if the entire like gameplay server of 100, 128, whatever players all decided to get in one area and team up against the flood to see how long they could just keep this one single game going by destroying the flood.
I mean, that sounds amazing, but can you imagine getting 120 people on the internet to agree on something?
I think it could happen.
There's going to be one idiot who goes around with a warthog shooting people in the back. He's just going to go around the circle.
Well, that's true. I mean, yes, but I mean, I think it'd be...
It would be cool if it happened. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Anyway, we're building our own game at this point.
I know, it'd be so cool. Someone out there that can mod. Let's mod some Halo. And
well, I was actually thinking, do you think people will be able to do something like that with Battlefield Portal? I know it's not Halo, but like like an adjustable circle with Portal. I don't know if there's that much freedom or not.
So that has been a question asked. If look up Jack Frags on YouTube. This is where I got it from. He asked the developers, is there going to be a battle royale or a way to make your battle royale? And the short answer was no. Yeah. No is the short answer. However, you are able to do I think 128 player free for all with one life in no health regen.
So it's essentially.
But you won't have like your gulag fighting. You won't have the circle closing in around you. I mean, so it would be somewhat difficult because when you come down to the last two players and you have such a large map that they could hide in, games could take forever. Yeah. So in that aspect, no. But in another one, yes. You could have 128 players with one health, one life. Yeah.
Get as close as possible.
Right. And to me, I think that'd be really fun. I mean, we talked about that, having like a group of 5 against a group of 50. Yeah. The 5 defending with like all the weapons and armor they ever want. The other ones having one life and just trying to number against quality. Yeah. So I think that'd be really cool. Moving on, the next thing I want to talk about is this awesome little device that I'm having a severe case of FOMO on, which is fear of missing out for those that don't know. Yeah. And it's the Playdate. And the Playdate is I'll add a link in the description below that you can go to this article, but it's a nostalgic little, almost looks like a little Game Boy.
It's inspired by retro consoles like the Game Boy.
Right. And it has a crank on the side that moves the game along, and it has just 2 buttons and a D-pad. And there's 12 games that are going to release with it in what they're calling a season. Every week you get 2 games, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you get to play through them, and you get those games, you get to keep those games. It's a super small little device, and they had 20,000 of them that they were going to release in 2021. And July 29th was the pre-order date. You pre-order them on July 29th. And I was like, I'll get one eventually. I personally didn't think that they were going to sell out. They sold out in under 20 minutes.
20,000 of these things.
20,000. I have an article I want to read by Jared Moore over at IGN. And it says, Panic Inc.'s crank featuring 1-bit handheld Playdate sold all 20,000 units committed for 2021 release, and it took just 20 minutes. As reported by TechCrunch, Panic said that its shipping estimator accurately confirmed the 20,000 units of the handheld had sold in just under 20 minutes when they went up for pre-order on July 29th. Orders after that point are still being accepted, but they're unlikely to reach customers until 2022. Now, going down a little bit farther in the article, it said that, where is it at? It said that they're actually expecting a couple of them to start being delayed, like not even able to get them until 2023. Like the pre-orders for this was just
insane. Yeah.
Here it says, Panic also said in another tweet that there was potential for a 2023 bucket of orders to make its way to customers in the future, though the company did reassure fans that it should take a while to get there. So if you pre-order now, you should get it next year sometime. But if you wait a little bit longer, you might not be able to get one from the company at least until 2023. So
I've known about this thing for a while. A podcast I was listening to talked about it like sometime last year. They just mentioned because they were keeping an eye on it. And so I've kind of been like following it a little bit because it sounded interesting. I wasn't sure I wanted to spend $180 on like, because the games are super simple. So this is an example of a novelty toy at its finest because the games look fun. They don't look $180 fun. So there's no color. It's a 1-bit LCD screen. They look really well, and I'm not trying to trash this thing. Like it looks like it's been crafted with care.
Roast of the Week Part 2.
Yeah, it looks like it's been crafted with care and passion. Again, going back to the passion thing I talked about before, this looks like it has a lot of passion into it. It fits in your pocket, so it seems like a great thing to take along if you don't want to be on your phone all the time. But it's $180 for 12 games, and you'll get different seasons too. So you'll get, it's $180 for all the games that are coming for it. So I ended up not pre-ordering it, and I'm almost regretting it a little bit because there's a part of me that wants to be in on this because it also kind of seems like an in-crowd sort of thing.
Right.
Like not a lot of people are going to get this thing. And so it kind of seems like a very niche sort of device. There's a part of me that kind of wants to get in on it now.
And I'll link I'll put a link to where you can buy it and pre-order it as well as just look at all the games. Like the games are Casual Birder, Crank's Time Travel Adventure, Demon Quest 85, which is one I'm actually really wanting to play, Echoic Memory, Executive Golf DX, which again is another one I'd like to play.
You and your golf games.
I know. Flipper Lifter, which looks super cute. It's looks like a little penguin. I don't know exactly what it's about. They don't tell you. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Forest Barns, Up in Smoke, Hype Meteor, Lost Your Marbles, Omaze, Pick Pack Up, Quest Chess, Rat Heater.
I don't know. I'm not looking at the games.
Oh, the Ratcheter. Okay, they had a ratchet in there, and I was like, I don't understand. Anyway, Sasquatchers, Saturday Edition. That sounds interesting. Snack, SNAK. Spellcorked, Whitewater Wipeout, Zipper, Boogie Loops, and Battleship Gaudios?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a crap ton of games, and they all look a lot of fun.
And that's all just season 1 too.
Yeah, like Zipper looks like one of your martial arts fighting, like a Street Fighter type style.
Oh, so interesting.
Like I said, I'll tag these in.
It looks really interesting. If you're really into retro games, I think it's a good purchase. But like we were talking earlier, this is a weird time to be a gamer because companies are capitalizing on that novelty thing.
Right.
The thing that comes to my mind immediately is Nintendo's re-releases of the Game & Watch with like Super Mario Brothers, so the Super Mario Brothers one is really stupid because they give you a Game & Watch that plays one game for $50. However, I'm criticizing this, and I'm totally planning on buying the Zelda one, which has the original Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, and Link's Awakening, and a clock for $50 on a Game & Watch. I can get each of those games for $5 on the 3DS eShop, but I want it because it's the novelty of having a physical thing. And that's what I think this thing is selling on, is the novelty of having a physical thing with seasons of games, but they're all original games by indie developers.
That's what excites me. It's not like they're like, let's, get all these old games that used to be, and bring those back and sell that as they're getting the old style and building new games for that style.
Which I've seen some amazing work done with limitations.
Right.
So like
Would be super cool if you
creative
could
people can do some amazing things with limited hardware.
Would be really cool is if you could stream it. There's
no output on it.
You'd have to get a camera that's aimed right at the stream. It'd be cool.
I know. There's a part of me.
Because I want to see people play. I want to see how the games play. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there'll be a way to watch.
Maybe we just need to split it and we just go back and forth playing it. Because again, for me personally, it seems really cool. I just don't know if I want to spend almost $200 on it.
Right. It's
'Cause
$179.
It also kind of seems like one of those things that I'll play like each game once and then I'll put it down and forget about it.
It still says that it's shipping in 2022.
I feel like I'm really hating on this. I'm not hating on it. It looks really cool. It just looks like a novelty toy. And it looks like one of those things that I'll play through the game and I'll put it down. And then the next week I'll try the 2 games and then I'll put it down, which maybe that's all they wanted it to be. I don't know.
It's limited two per person. So, if you want 2 of them, then get 2 of them. But yeah, $179 a piece or $199.01, and it'll come with a carrying case.
Why 1 cent?
I have no idea. It's
so
a discount.
weird.
It was $208, but they dropped it to $199.
Weird.
And 1 cent. So
Don't
forget that penny.
It seems cool. It seems like if you want to be, I think another thing is like being in on something that's a little different, and
Right.
it is different. It's completely different than anything else that's on the market. So if you're into that sort of thing, get in on it now because apparently you won't be able to get it for another 2 years if you wait too long.
Right. So
I am not surprised it sold
hopefully-
out as fast as it did.
Hopefully we can keep up with it and bring you more news on it as it comes out. But until next week, this is what we have. So I'll talk with you guys later. Have a good one. Keep up with gaming, drink coffee, enjoy your weekend coming up in just one more day. That's all you got to do. Get through Friday
You can do it.
and
Get
you'll
some
be there.
super cold brew.
Yes, do it. It'll help you get through your day. Have a good one. See you guys next week.